Welcome to Night Combos.
Welcome back. Hubby's here.
Hey, hubby.
Hey, lovey.
No. Hey, y'all. So, Gypsy has been speaking out about this whole hair salon incident. Not hair salon, but hair store incident that she went into that she was not supposed to be in, purchasing items that she had no right to purchase. Cosmetologists and estheticianists and people like that who actually have a license to go into these stores are saying that maybe she, which y'all will see in the clip in just a few minutes, but they're saying maybe she used someone else's license number or something like that to be able to purchase these things. There's other theories going on, all of this stuff that we're going to talk about. And then we're also going to show y'all what Gypsy herself had to say about this. But first, before we jump in, thank you so much to all of our subscribers. Thank you so much to all of our new subscribers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We truly are so grateful for every single one of you that's been with us from the beginning all the way to now. All of our new subscribers, all of you. We love and appreciate every single one of you so much. And we're so happy to have you as a part of our family and channel here. We truly are. And if you're not already, please make sure you subscribe, like, share, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our videos, all of the things, and we would truly appreciate it so very much. We've seen where we got one comment about the parole video, the part 2 parole video, where this person was saying that it was okay, we didn't need to keep apologizing, but we do feel bad about it. But, that they understood that hubby and I work, actual jobs, and then do YouTube as well. And they understood that we're also working with a really good friend to get this information and get actual facts and evidence and stuff out to y'all. So thank y'all so much for being patient with us, but we're still working on getting that out by hopefully Friday. So, because like we said, we're supposed to be talking with them tomorrow, so hopefully we'll have the video out either tomorrow evening or Friday. But thank y'all so much for being so patient. And also,
we want to say thank you to Overprotected for the super thanks.
Yes, thank you so much, Overprotected. Thank you so much for the super thanks. Y'all, they truly help us and the channel out so very much. Y'all have no idea. They really do. When we do the video, when we show y'all our analytics, just to give y'all an idea of how we do not make a money bag off of Gypsy or anything like her and her BFF Bree and the other minions like to claim, y'all will see that we truly are grateful for the super thanks. At the same time, we understand that not everybody can send a super thanks, and that's okay. We truly appreciate y'all just being subscribed to us and giving us your social media currency and watching all of our videos. That helps us out so much. And commenting and being a part of the conversation. And speaking of that, y'all please leave y'all's thoughts and opinions on this video, because we are going to get into some good details. Y'all are going to want to see this whole video all the way to the end. Seriously. And we want to know y'all's thoughts and opinions on it. So let us know in the comment sections what y'all think about the video and everything that we go over, and we'll be conversating with y'all like always. We all know Gypsy is trying to be a mommy family vlogger and influencer, but Gypsy, you don't have the responsibility to be any type of influencer.
No, you don't.
And we'll give you several examples why in this video. So Gypsy has spoken out about her little, well, it wasn't little, it was actually over a few $100s, like y'all will see, like we said in our previous video, but she has been speaking out about going into this hair care store, Salon Centric, without a license. Some people are saying it was Gypsy's fault for not leaving as soon as she found out she wasn't supposed to be in there. And others are saying it was the employee's fault for not making her leave. Some people are saying that people are making too big of a deal out of this and all of that. I don't know about you, hubby, but in my opinion, I feel like these people that paid $10, $18, and $20,000, like y'all will see in the comments, deserve to be upset over this. They are the ones that put the hours, the money, and everything into going to school to be able to speak on this and take a stance against what Gypsy did and is getting away with.
I completely agree.
I was wondering what your opinion on it was. I really was. Y'all let us know what y'all's opinions on that is. Because like I said in our previous video, I would have immediately put the items back, apologized, and said, no, I don't want to get you into any type of trouble, and went to a different store and probably even asked where they recommend me go. But we know that Gypsy knew she could go to a Sally beauty supply store because she said it, and yes, you can buy certain items in a Sally's like regular bottles of shampoo and conditioner or hairbrushes and things like that, because the girl that does my hair that I was telling y'all about, which I'm not blonde anymore, I let my hair just go back brown right now, and I cut it short for the summertime last summer, which hubby doesn't like. He likes my hair to be longer, but it's done growing back out now. But anyway, the girl that done my hair told me to actually go to a Sally beauty supply store to get a certain type of shampoo for my hair for the blonde I had in it at the time. But it was a regular size bottle, not an industrial size bottle of shampoo and conditioner like what Gypsy was buying, along with other chemicals that she was buying. We seen where one of you said your theory was she maybe lied and claimed she was in cosmetology school to be able to buy this stuff because she told the cashier something at the beginning of the video, which we'll show you what she said in just a second. But y'all let us know y'all's thoughts and what y'all think. Some of you said who are licensed estheticianists and cosmetologists, you have to give your state license number or show your actual license to be able to purchase these products at a wholesale rate, which is what this store is for. Gypsy didn't know because, as she said in her video, she's not licensed. So she couldn't have shown a license or given her own state license number or anything like that. Because some of y'all were explaining, one of y'all who we truly appreciate so much that said y'all watch all of our videos twice, was explaining that now you used to have to show your license, but now you can actually give them your state license number and they can put it into the computer system and look you up to make sure you're actually licensed in the state, in the computer system, without you having to show your actual license to them. But we know Gypsy couldn't have done that, and we're fixing to get into what she has to say about it. But y'all take a look at what she said at the beginning of the video real quick, when she was in the store. So y'all take a look at the first few seconds of this video, and Gypsy posted this with a comment at the top where she said she's replying to someone that said, a real issue in our country is that she, talking about Gypsy's, walking around Louisiana. If she was told midway through, then she knew and she should have left. But like everything, she gets away with it, and now someone is probably jobless. So y'all look at the first few seconds of this and what she told the cashier, and then we'll come back to this video in just a second. Now, well, I'll explain in just a second. Y'all take a look at this.
Vlogging the whole experience.
I'm vlogging the whole experience. And the cashier laughs. You can see her total right here too is already up to $255.38. And the cashier is still ringing up stuff. So that's why we said it's more than just a few $100s that she spent. And still had to go to a salon to get it fixed. Because she don't know what the flip she's doing. But y'all will see what she says. And she tries to make it all better by saying, oh, well, I want to go, or I wanted to go to school for cosmetology. No, I'm sorry. I apologize. It wasn't wanted. Gypsy says, I want to go to school for cosmetology because I like doing that kind of thing, if that makes anything any better. What?
Mm-hmm.
No, Gypsy, no. That's like you can't walk into an emergency room, and say, oh, hey, I'm a nurse. I'm gonna start an IV on this patient over here and start pushing meds and getting them going and stuff. And you're not licensed to do it because you could end up unaliving someone, which you actually know something about, Gypsy. But yeah, you can't do stuff without going to school and getting certified or licensed to do it. That's actually really a slap in the face to people that have been to school and went to school, paid for school, put in the time and the hours away from their families, all of that to go to school and get their license to be able to be cosmetologists and estheticianists and things like that. And you want to say, well, if it makes anything any better, I want to go to cosmetology school. I'm telling y'all will see her comments in just a second. But y'all heard what she said to the cashier. I'm vlogging all of this because she was vlogging it for her mommy vlogging channel, her mommy influencer channel, right? But y'all can see that she kept the phone pointed downwards. She pointed it at the screen to show her total, and then she pointed it back down at the counter. That doesn't mean that the cashier knew she was filming all throughout the store. The cashier might just think that she simply was filming her checking out, not knowing that she had been filming throughout the whole store. Y'all know what I mean? But she admits that she's vlogging the entire experience, meaning, purchasing the items and then going home and doing her own hair and stuff, which we don't know if she told the clerk that or not. But regardless, that's what she said she was going to be doing so that she could post it on her mommy influencer channel. Also, it's against the law, at least where we live, to purchase wholesale items without a permit or license to do so for any type of wholesale purchasing, whether it be buying cars wholesale or cosmetology products. Y'all get the point. So we looked to see what the Louisiana law was, and wouldn't you know, it's against the law, Gypsy Rose. It says right here, in Louisiana, the law requires that wholesale manufacturers or distributors of cosmetic products be permitted by the Food and Rug Unit of the Louisiana Department of Health. Additionally, the cosmetics distributed in Louisiana must be registered under the department's product registration program. Therefore, purchasing cosmetology products wholesale without the necessary permits and registration in Louisiana would likely be against the law. This is because the law aims to ensure the safety and proper labeling of cosmetic products being distributed in the state. And you have to keep in mind, people that are licensed to do this, they're purchasing and handling a lot of what could be very dangerous chemicals. So they have to know the proper way to use them and dispose of them. All of that. All of what Gypsy does not know. But y'all look at this right here and look at the highlighted part down here. Professional beauty supplies. Well, up here it says, in Louisiana, to purchase cosmetology products wholesale and resell them, you generally need to have a wholesale license or seller's permit, which Gypsy has none of. Then down here in the highlighted part, which y'all can read the rest if you want to, it says professional beauty supplies. Many professional beauty supply stores require customers to be licensed cosmetologists or beauty professionals like estheticianists and things like that to purchase their products, especially those that contain certain chemicals or are designed for professional use. This is done to ensure proper handling and application of potentially harmful products and to protect public safety. Toddie made an excellent point in her video, which, by the way, she's starting another channel, y'all, that she's trying to grow called Everybody Has a Story to Tell. And we'll pin or put the link to Toddie's video at the top of the description box of this video. So if you haven't seen it, you can go and watch it. But she made a really good point in her video about Gypsy buying all these hair care products and stuff. But y'all go check this channel out right here. It's Toddie's other channel. And show Toddie some love and help grow her second channel. Back to Gypsy though. Toddie made a great point about how Gypsy didn't have proper ventilation and she was at Ken's house, or, the house they're renting, whatever. And we know that Ken came to the bathroom door that Gypsy was in and told Gypsy he was getting in the bath. So where was baby Aurora? She possibly could have been napping, but again, when you get into these type of hair treatments, if the baby wakes up or she needs you all of a sudden, you can't just stop, or it would at least be hard to stop and let your hair get literally fried possibly, to go take care of what she needs while Ken's just soaking in the bath. He could get out of the bath and tend to Aurora, but I really don't think baby Aurora was with them during this. I really don't. But y'all can let us know what y'all's opinions are. What do you think, hubby?
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah, I really don't, because she would need time to do her hair, and then Ken soaking in the bath, shaving his legs, doing whatever it is he does, I mean, we've all seen his legs. He really don't have hair on his legs, which some men don't. So, nothing wrong with that. I was just joking, y'all. Anyway, Gypsy has been saying, I made a mistake, just like she said when she unalived her own mama. She made a mistake. It's always a mistake with you, Gypsy. But that's right. You're not speaking on it sorry y'all, I got tongue-tied. But, Gypsy, about, in your words, that quote, shoot that happened nearly a decade and a half ago. Girl, that would be 15 years. Y'all see this comment here that she wrote a few months ago? I'm not speaking on shoot from nearly a decade and a half ago. I have moved on from that chapter in my life and have matured from that manipulation waste dump of an old story. That's what she thinks of unaliving her own mom and calls it a mistake. Yeah, it was just a waste dump of a story to her. And then down below it, she has the nerve to say, also, I was only saying what he made me say, and she's talking about Nicholas here. He is where he belongs. With thoughts like that, he was heading to prison with or without my involvement. Gypsy Rose Blanchard, we all know the truth now. I mean, we knew the truth before the FOIAs came out. But now that the FOIAs have come out, so many more people know the truth. And you, Gypsy Rose Blanchard, are the one that brought up first about Nick. Matter of fact, even after you brought it up first, Nick never said anything about taking your 13-year-old daughter's V card. You brought that up, Gypsy. You did. You're the sick one. You're the one that should be in prison. I said what I said. And those of us who know better, though, know that a decade is 10 years. Half of that would be 5 years, which would be 15 years. The 10th anniversary, which is 1 decade, Gypsy, of your mom's unaliving, is actually coming up in a few days on June 9th. And no, you haven't matured since then. You are so ridiculous and still doing the same dang things. Take responsibility and accountability for your own actions, Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Here's Gypsy claiming to influence positivity, y'all. The nerve of this girl. Someone said, what work? Like, what work do you do? And Gypsy says, social media influencer. Gypsy, we don't need to be influenced by you for anything. Stop influencing people, actually. Please, for God's sake, stop influencing teens.
Yeah, for real.
Your targeted audience. Stop it. And someone said, influencing what? And Gypsy replied, positivity. I'll be dang, where? Since when? Please.
Seriously.
I know, right? Please show me the proof. Okay, y'all keep this in mind, which I know we showed it to y'all in our previous video, but keep this in mind where Salon Centric, because we're fixing to go to the video that this was posted on and look at it, and we're going to look at all of the comments that Gypsy had to say, not just this one. But Salon Centric wrote, Salon Centric proudly supports licensed beauty pros and the professional beauty industry. Though we are in the initial stages of our investigation, we found recently that a celebrity, y'all got that wrong, Salon Centric, she's not a celebrity, was able to shop in one of our B2B stores. Please know we are conducting a thorough investigation and will put appropriate measures in place to ensure it does not happen again. Well, please don't take it out on the employee. I mean, because Gypsy isn't gonna ask for that, so we're asking Salon Centric to please not take it out on the employee. But anyway, we'll get into that further in a minute. Gypsy wrote, I apologize for any issues because she's scared, y'all, right? Because she sees that Salon Centric is investigating it. So she's getting scared that she's going to get into some type of trouble. So she replies to Salon Centric and says, I apologize for any issues. I was unaware that I needed a license upon entering the store and was told midway through shopping. And the lady said that she would allow me to complete my purchase this time. Like I said, I was not aware of this requirement upon shopping. Gypsy, this woman is taller than you walking into the Salon Centric store. The same exact one you walked into, matter of fact. And that big blue oval sign that says licensed professionals only would have been right smack dab in front of your face. But remember, y'all, she claims, I didn't see a sign. I saw a sign that said, enter at this door. That's not on the door at all anywhere. But the daggum sign that says you need to be licensed is. And then she says, but I Googled where to buy Redken toner and SC popped up, so I went without much thought to it. I thought it was no different than Sally's. Well, then why didn't you just go to Sally's? First, Gypsy was saying, I'm sorry, I made a mistake, but it was the employee that let me do it. I made a mistake, but the employee said she does it all the time. I made a mistake, but if all these content creators didn't go making videos about it, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. I made a mistake and unalived my mom, but it wasn't me that actually did the jabbing. Now she's even trying to blame ChatGPT, y'all, which she learned to do from her BFF, Bree. That really shows you have no morals, by the way, Gypsy. And this says right here that at the first thing, she's got the comment up here in the top corner that says, a real issue in our country is that she's walking around Louisiana. If she was told midway, then she knew and she should have left. But like everything, she gets away with it, and now someone is probably jobless. So the very first thing ChatGPT says, which I would love to see the question you asked, Gypsy, to get this to pop up. But because you're not honest with ChatGPT, you can get honest, factual results from ChatGPT if you ask honest, factual questions. But I'm sure she manipulated ChatGPT just like her friend, her BFF Bree does. But it's saying that it's the retailer's fault. It's their responsibility to enforce the policy. You walked in based on public search results. And once you were inside, you were transparent about not being licensed. No, she wasn't. She didn't walk in and say that she wasn't licensed. Matter of fact, midway through shopping, the clerk came up to her and told her, you have to be licensed to shop in here. So she didn't just walk in being transparent. And then it says, you didn't misrepresent yourself. Yes, you did, Gypsy. It's saying you were honest. You didn't claim to be a professional. You didn't sneak in or lie. You simply followed Google, browsed, asked questions, and were told it was okay to purchase. You didn't ask the questions, though, Gypsy, until midway through shopping. After you had already been shopping, halfway through shopping, that's when you asked, and you were told, well, I'll let it go this time. Allegedly, from what you say, the employee said anyway, which we all know we can't believe what you say. And then it says legal versus store policy. There's no law saying it's illegal for you to possess or buy professional products like Redken toner, but store policy might prohibit it. That's an internal rule, not a criminal one. At most, it could result in that employee getting in trouble with her employer if they decide she violated policy. So you see, Gypsy, you probably got this person in trouble because you never want to take accountability or responsibility for anything that you do. And to say that there's no law saying it's illegal for you to possess or buy professional products like Redken toner, that's true. You can buy and possess Redken toner. Yeah, you can. At the proper stores. But see, you went to a wholesale store where you get it cheaper than a normal store that sells that. And that's where you broke the law, Gypsy. So why don't you go back to ChatGPT and have another little discussion about that? Yeah, why don't you do that? That would be a good idea. And then she shows where it says, bottom line, you're not in trouble. She bent the rules. It's always somebody else, y'all. The clerk bent the rules. If you post it online, just be mindful of how it portrays her. or it could reflect poorly on both of you. Yep, it could, Gypsy, and it does reflect poorly on you. And then it says, let me know if you want help wording that part of your vlog to stay respectful, but still tell your story clearly. Well, we're about to see how Gypsy didn't stay respectful. Blaming ChatGPT, y'all. Here's the comments from that post, and look how smug Gypsy's being. Saying, I love how ChatGPT is not biased. You meant to say biased, Gypsy. Just helping you out there. And doesn't have a personal opinion about me. Just spits out an unbiased narrative based on facts. No, it wasn't based on facts, Gypsy, because you didn't ask for factual information. You asked ChatGPT for opinionated information. And someone replied, I don't think you're wrong at all either, eye roll. People just need something, anything to yap about. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry, babes. And Gypsy wrote, exactly. And someone else is saying, it's not your fault. If the my sold it to you, that was their mistake, not yours. Okay, you don't even make sense, Stephanie, cookie lady. And then Rogie, who sits on Bree's panel all the time, said, I'm going to take a wild guess that people don't care about the truth at this point. They just want to cause drama. No, nobody's causing drama except for Gypsy because she's lying. And you're right, Rogie. Gypsy's not interested in the truth. Yeah. It's not people that's not interested in the truth. It's Gypsy that's not interested in the truth. Also, no, it's not us content creators that made this a big deal, Gypsy. We were just doing our job reporting on things. You, Gypsy, are the one that posted a vlog about it on your almost 30-something thousand subscriber mommy influencer channel. Where do you think us content creators seen it? From you. It's always a quote apology or a quote, yeah, I made a mistake, but ... when it comes to Gypsy. When you say, yeah, I was wrong or I'm sorry and follow it up with a but, you don't really mean it. Because you are excusing the behavior you are supposed to be apologizing for by saying, I'm sorry, but it was your fault. For example, like Gypsy's doing here. Y'all take a look at this clip and we'll talk about what Gypsy had to say. Okay, so this is a cosmetologist and she's wanting to know which Salon Centric that Gypsy went to. I messaged her and tried to let her know which one it was exactly so that she would know. But it was the one in Metairie. But here's her video, and then we'll look at Gypsy's comments and what people were saying to Gypsy and what Gypsy was saying in return and the excuses and lies that she was saying and making up.
Which Salon Centric? I would just like to know which Salon Centric allowed Gypsy Rose to purchase those professional products. We know she does not have a cosmetology license. You can literally look it up on the Louisiana State Board of Cosmetology records. Does she pretend to be someone else? Does she give them someone else's name? Does she bring someone else's license? Does she make a fake license? There's so many questions here. And not to mention the question of Salon Centric. What the hell? As a stylist, we trust that you're selling to stylists and not the everyday person. I don't know.
And that goes back to, why did Gypsy lie about the entire hair store incident? Or did she lie about the entire hair store incident? We know she did. So, yeah.
Salon Centric should be held accountable, and this is making me believe that Gypsy hasn't changed much. She's still conning people.
Yep.
I would just like to know
Okay, so right up there you can see the very first comment was Salon Centric's comment that we already showed y'all. And then right down here is Gypsy apologizing for any issues. And y'all let us know if what Gypsy says, which gets worse and worse, makes anything better in her words. So that's her apologizing to Salon Centric. And her saying, like I said, I was not aware.
Salon Centric has
upon entering the store and shopping. This person commented this right before Gypsy's apology, if you can call it that.
commented on the Gypsy Rose issue. I just want to say that this does go beyond Gypsy Rose. It just so happens that she's a public figure. She has a large following. She posted a video shopping in a Salon Centric. She purchased these products, and she posted a video that got millions of views and got a whole industry talking about this situation. As hairstylists, we put a lot of time, money, effort into our career, and for our pro stores to allow things like this to happen is just not okay. These chemicals are very harsh. We need proper training in order to use them. They should not be sold to the everyday consumer, and I'm really glad that Salon Centric is investigating this and acting accordingly. So yeah, let's see where this goes.
And she wrote at the bottom here, I will always defend our industry. This is not something that should slip through the cracks, and I'm glad they are taking this seriously.
Salon Centric has commented on the...
Gypsy wrote her little apology. I apologize for any issues. I was unaware that I needed a license upon entering the store. Even though it was in a big old blue sign going from one side of the door to the other, right at Gypsy's face, she didn't see it, allegedly. And she's saying she didn't know she needed a license and was told midway through shopping, and the lady said that she would allow me to complete my purchase this time. Like I said, I was not aware of this requirement upon shopping. Screw you, Gypsy. That you were aware midway through shopping, so just keep watching. Hang in there with us. Someone said, bullshit. They would have told you to leave because that's for licensed professionals. You knew dang well it was for professional only because it's on the door. You think you're a celebrity and can do as you please. Now because of you and your response, you will get someone fired, and you don't care because it doesn't take away from your income or life. Several eye roll emojis. Which I completely agree with this.
Yeah.
This was a perfect statement. Gypsy wrote back to that person saying, I didn't see a sign. I saw a sign that said, enter at this door, but I Googled where to buy Redken toner, and SC popped up, so I went without much thought to it. I thought it was no different than Sally's. Then you should have just went to Sally's. Someone said, but you still purchased the products after they informed you, quote, midway through shopping. You should have put the products back and left, con artist. Gypsy wrote, you seem to have a bias. She keeps saying bias instead of biased. It's biased, Gypsy. Anyway, you seem to have a biased opinion, not because of this situation, but because of my past. So it's a personal dislike you have. I said my truth. It's unfortunate, but you don't know me, and I apologized for the situation. So, okay, everybody, let's forget about it all. All's forgiven. Gypsy apologized. Not really, because she apologized, but the lady said that she could still purchase her items anyway. So there's a but in that apology. So it don't mean squat, Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Talking about, it's a personal dislike you have with me. I said my truth. Yeah, your truth, Gypsy, we've learned, is nothing but lies. Lies. And she's now blaming her past. This is where we said, Gypsy, take accountability and responsibility. You threw this employee under the bus and you don't care because you don't know about real life and having to have a job to make a living. Do you care about the employee? Are you going to apologize and ask for their job to not be taken? And we say more. Y'all will see in just a second. We say more. Someone wrote a biased opinion I could be wrong about the biased thing, but I always say biased, but maybe it's bias. Maybe that is correct, but I always thought it had an ED at the end of it. I don't know. Anyway, that's not important. A biased opinion, I roll. As a veteran stylist, you're insulting to professionals by even cashing out when you knew the rules that apply to you. Stay out of the store and in your lane. You're no celeb. You're a con. Beat it. Gypsy said, yes, I could have, and that is what I'm apologizing for. Okay, so you could have left, and you know that, but you didn't do it. So your theory, or not theory, but your rule of life is go ahead and act and do what I want to do now and apologize later. And we've all seen that in her life with having an affair on Ryan, getting pregnant while she was having an affair by another man. You know, all these things, unaliving her mom, manipulating Nick. I mean, just, there's so many things we could sit here and list that she lives by that. Act now and apologize later. Do what I want to do now and apologize later with a well, I wouldn't even say but an apology that means absolutely nothing. This person wrote, yet again, not taking accountability but blaming someone else. Sounds familiar. That employee could potentially lose their job because of your actions. I'd watch the cameras closely because it's going to end up being the opposite of what Gypsy says happened. They're talking about the cameras in the store. But hey, you've only got $50 and bald spots, LOL. Wonder why. And I wrote, yep, I'm the one that wrote this, and I wrote, yep, but I was talking about the part before they said, but hey, you've got only $50 and bald spots or whatever. But she has said that she has bald spots herself. So, yep, this person's correct. But she gets paid monthly, so I guess she had just gotten paid when this happened. You said you Googled a product and found that they sell it at that location, but did you purposely ignore the disclaimer on their website? Sounds like it wasn't an honest mistake, but a calculated move to get what you want. So this person showed the picture from the Salon Centric website that says that it's a wholesale salon and beauty supply distributor of professional beauty products in the United States, exclusively, Gypsy, meaning not for you, but exclusively for licensed beauty professionals. It's our vision to be your business partner of choice. We're committed to doing this by providing the best brands, the best education, and the best business building support, transforming every salon, suite, or barbershop into a destination of choice.
So she make a fake license? There's so many questions here, and not to mention the question of Salon Centric. What the hell? As a stylist, we trust that you're selling to stylists and not the everyday person. She's still conning people.
So right here, Gypsy wrote, well, it wasn't because she knew who I was. She said she does it for people all the time. So here she is blaming the employee yet again, but also now throwing her under the bus and running her over with it. So you've done threw the employee under the bus by saying she let you do it. Now you're running over her back and forth by saying she said she does it for people all the time. But I don't really believe Gypsy. And y'all see how her profile picture is lit up right there? Meaning she had something posted on her stories. We're fixing to show y'all what she had posted on her TikTok stories in just a second. But Gypsy wrote, she said she does it for people all the time. So I was like, okay, cool. I don't know. I didn't think that much of it at the time. If she would have said you can't shop here, I would have left. But on the same token, I should have left as soon as I was aware. Exactly, Gypsy. Exactly. You keep saying that, but yet again, here you are, doing what Gypsy wants to do, and then trying to apologize for it later. There's some things you just can't take back, Gypsy.
I would just like to know which Salon Centric allowed Gypsy Rose to purchase those professional products. We know she does not have a cosmetology license. You can literally look it up on the Louisiana State Board of Cosmetology records. Does she pretend to be someone else? Does she give them someone else's name? Does she bring someone else's license? Does she make a fake license? There's so many questions here. And not to mention...
That's when we wrote, she did tell you that. Because she's saying, so I was like, okay, cool. If she would have said you can't shop here, I would have left. She did tell you that. You admitted in your previous comment, Gypsy, that the employee told you you're not supposed to be shopping here. So she did tell you that, Gypsy.
The question is Salon Centric. What the hell? As a stylist, we trust that you're selling to stylists and not the everyday person. I don't know. Salon Centric should be held accountable, and this is making me believe that Gypsy hasn't changed much. She's still conning people. I would just like to know which Salon Centric allowed Gypsy Rose to purchase a license. There's so many questions here, and not to mention...
This person said you didn't know? Your Google search you did must have shown this information.
The question is Salon Centric. What the hell?
They show this right here. Hold on, let me back it back up for a second. So this person's saying you didn't know. Your Google search must have shown this information right here, eye roll. Can you buy from Salon Centric without a license? In order to shop with us, you must have an account with Salon Centric. Applying for an account is easy. Just have your cosmetology license number on hand to complete the application. Again, Gypsy, you don't have that. And then this person right here wrote, I know, you need a license for Centric. You don't need a license for Sally's. And Gypsy wrote, thank you. We'll know for next time. I need something for my hair, Pink Heart. Oh, y'all, she is so irritating. But again, Gypsy already knew she could have went to Sally Beauty Supply, but she chose not to. Again, she thinks she's above everyone and the law and everything and can do whatever she wants to. Someone said, why did you sign the consent to have your rotted teeth pulled and this person isn't being mean, they're asking a genuine question. Watch what Gypsy says. They said, why did you sign a consent to have your rotted teeth pulled if you didn't want it done? It's well documented how many office visits you had prior to the surgery, along with your consent to proceed. Is the doctor who performed the surgery and his clinic aware of the defamation and libel you've made against them? Have they seen and read all of the things you've said about it being done unwarranted? How it was done without your permission and for no reason? Also, how did your mom use your microdeletion as the blueprint if she was doing it before the diagnosis? Because remember, Gypsy wasn't diagnosed until 2012, when she would have been 22 years old. Why didn't you sue for malpractice? Those lawsuits are typically easy and are settled out of court. Most medical professionals have malpractice insurance for this reason. Not most, they all do. All medical professionals have malpractice insurance. They have to for situations like that. They have to carry insurance. Like where we live, you have to carry at least $500,000 of insurance. Yeah, just in case ding-dongs want to come and try to sue you for something. They will settle it out of court to keep it on the DL, on the down low, and not have it dragged out. How did so many unwarranted procedures make it through the insurance approval process? Medicaid is typically extremely strict on its approval process and requires well-documented clinical notes showing why each procedure is necessary. Why did you sign for any procedure after the age of 18 like you did your teeth extraction if you didn't want it? I'm not trying to be mean to you. I'm genuinely concerned. As a nurse, this is all concerning to me and I want to understand. Thanks. So let's see what Gypsy Rose Blanchard had to say. Someone wrote, "Oh, poor Gypsy, the victim again." Exactly. Gypsy wrote, "How does that have anything to do with this video?" That wasn't the question, Gypsy. Again, you made 2 videos and posted them to your TikTok that we did a video about, okay? And how you really could not file for malpractice because there was no malpractice against you. Nothing happened against you that was unprofessional or unnecessary. You had very few procedures done. Only a handful, I wouldn't even say a handful. There was only a few surgeries, actual surgeries done, and you needed every one of them. But why can't you answer the question though, Gypsy? Why, as an adult, did you sign those documents? Funny how you can't explain that. You stated in your quote apology that you were told halfway through that you were told you needed a license to shop there, but did what you wanted anyway, as per usual. Exactly. Gypsy wrote, or this person at the top wrote, "As a licensed hairdresser, I do not accept your apology. Where I live, it's posted on the door. Licensed professionals only. If you are going to a store where they don't know you, they tell you as soon as you walk in. We have worked hard and paid a lot of money to do what we do." Now, this is why we think that people have people that have a license to shop in these places have a reason to speak up about this. And this is also why we think Gypsy possibly lied about the entire incident at this hair store. But Gypsy wrote, I'm sorry, this person, continuing with what this person said, she doesn't accept Gypsy's apology. Where I live, it's posted on the door. They let you know as soon as you walk in. We have worked hard and paid a lot of money to do what we do. You don't get to just say, "Oopsie, my bad on this." Someone is going to lose their job because of this. Gypsy wrote, "I didn't read it then. Sorry, my bad. I don't know what else people want from me, dude, with the I don't know emoji. Really, Gypsy? Really? Now this is where she's starting to catch attitude, y'all. Gypsy's starting to get upset and pissed off. But she literally has the nerve to write, I didn't read it then. I didn't read it. So you're admitting that you did see the sign then, right, Gypsy? You seen the sign, but you chose not to read it. Sorry, my bad. I don't know what else people want from me. She's being a smart aleck because this person literally just said, you don't get to just say, oopsie, my bad on this. And that's exactly what Gypsy replied with. I didn't read it then. Sorry, my bad. Being a smart aleck. Gypsy, your mouth and your comments and the way you act is gonna get you sent back to prison so motherfreaking fast it ain't even funny. Well, maybe a little funny. But seriously, it is. So keep on, Gypsy. Keep on. Continue to act this way. Continue and see how far you get. And that's not a ret. I'm being serious. We replied, Gypsy, you could at the very least, go back to this store and apologize to this employee as well as talk to the owner/manager and tell them this was your fault, not the employee, because you should have left, period. Y'all will get why we typed this in just a second, but we said, stop trying to talk like you're a teen. You're not. Second, you say everything is a mistake that you continue to do wrong. Y'all will see why we said that in just a second. And then there's another picture of licensed professionals only, and someone saying, Gypsy, can you not read since you didn't get to go to school? She has her GED, so we know she can at least read licensed professionals only. Gypsy replied, okay, I didn't read it. Shoot, y'all act like y'all effing perfect and never made a mistake in y'all life with y'all dang glass houses. The fuck? So, yeah. Quit acting like you're a teen. We know that you and Kenan, like to talk to teens online, yeah, and try to hook up with them and stuff, or underage kids, allegedly. But, stop talking like them. Like, stop. This makes you sound so ridiculous, it's not funny. Then the next person said, it literally says it on the door when you walk in. Don't blame the worker just like you blamed Nick. Exactly. So I was circling the eye roll emoji because I can't draw an eye roll emoji, y'all. I can't draw. But Gypsy wrote, nope, with the head turning emoji, saying, nope, turning her head. Y'all will see why in just a second. This is why right here. Someone said, are you going to respond to Ryan's live about everything he said about you and Ken? And Gypsy wrote, nope. And then y'all can see right here where we said, stop trying to talk like you are a teen. You're not. Second, you say everything is a mistake that you continue to do wrong. Which she does, and we all know it. Of course you throw the employee under the bus. No care or concern for her job at all while you are a millionaire. You shouldn't have said anything at all. You owe the employee an apology, not this company. Period. I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
But the thing is remember she was in Bree's Live not that long ago saying, I'm not a millionaire like a lot of people think. I only have $50 in my account. Or I only have, what was the word?
Technically.
I technically only have $50 in my account. Meanwhile, like 2 or 3 days before that, she was buying a $400 stroller that she already had. And she just wanted another one. She wanted this one. like in that color or whatever the reason was that she done it. But she bought another one for no reason. That's why we wrote this. This right here. Somebody said, I'm not understanding all the hate over some dang hair care stuff, laughing faces. Good God, they'll try to turn anything into a scandal. And Gypsy down here, y'all see that we circled the eye roll thing. Gypsy down here wants to say, thank you. All mad because I bought some effing hair dye. Bruh, like, you know, there are real issues in our country right now, and y'all are mad about some dang hair care products. I roll. Yeah, Gypsy, one of those main concerns or issues in our country right now is exactly like what that person posted that you commented with ChatGPT from on your page. It's you walking around free. That's one of the main issues in our country right now. People like you getting off on parole. Someone wrote, no, you purchased items without a license. Cosmetology school costs these professionals over $25,000. And there's no scholarships and things like that for cosmetology school and all. And then this person said, you don't have the right to walk in and do what you want. The thing is they have to pay out of pocket for everything in most cases for cosmetology school. And Gypsy writes, if it makes anyone feel better, right here, y'all, and y'all let us know, does this make y'all feel better? All of you who are cosmetologists, does this make y'all feel better? If it makes anyone feel better, I actually wanted to go to school for a license. I looked into schools around the area because I love hair. Then go to mother freaking school for it, Gypsy, and get a license to shop in stores like this. But don't do it beforehand. My goodness. Like, what the actual flip? She continues on, y'all. Just wait. She writes, I get the same thing. She just wrote the same thing. And we wrote, then go to school and stop lying your way through life. Which is exactly what she needs to do. This person said, what about the person that is going to lose their job? Gypsy replied saying, well, I'm not the one who made these videos and made a big stink about it. That employee would not be in trouble if creators minded their own business. Just saying with a I don't know emoji. No, Gypsy, you literally told them that you were vlogging this. You literally told the clerk that you were vlogging it, okay? And you were vlogging it for your little mommy influencer channel, remember? Matter of fact, you still have it up, as of right now anyway. Did you forget that? Like, of course you did, because you forget everything. But here you are, now blaming content creators instead of yourself. Blame yourself. This is on you, Gypsy. I decided to be a smart aleck at this point and wrote, you could still do the right thing, bruh. This person said, but you still purchased the products knowing you had to have a license. I hope your actions don't get someone fired from their job. Gypsy said, I don't wish that for that employee either. Like she cares. She could care less, y'all. She could actually truly care even more less than she does now. This is a young, smart girl that is not corrupted by Gypsy and wrote, what happened to your 30-day detox, laughing face? You literally are a walking injustice in America. Like Casey Anthony, you should be shunned, not glorified, because you are not a victim. You are the perpetrator who took away their own mother's life and a mentally disabled man's for your own gratification. Exactly. Period. And then this right here, y'all. This person said, you made a video shopping in their store. You really can't take accountability for anything, can you? What's sad is you have the ability to be a better person, but you just keep proving that will never happen. You should have known when you posted that video that people were going to have something to say. So once again, you started this by posting the video shopping in their store after they told you that you had to be licensed. So again, you started this whole thing. It's your fault. Stop making BS excuses. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Blossom. Thank you. This makes so much sense. And this last comment, were there no signs outside saying you had to have your cosmetology license? The stylists work very hard for their licenses, and they are entitled to shop there. Keyword, entitled. You are not entitled to their products. So we thought after all of that, and after all this that's going on, Gypsy had, I don't know why we thought this. I don't know why we were giving Gypsy any type of credibility at all, but that was dumb on our part. But we thought after all this, Gypsy probably or must have posted something in her stories on TikTok saying, I apologized for what I did at the hair store, so, I'm leaving it at that, or, something Gypsy-like. Y'all get what I'm saying? But instead, look what she had posted. Sharing Bree's new main account. Hashtag free Bree at waiting to be served. And she is a drawing of Bree that Aubrey Strawberry did that says Toddie on the papers that these roach bugs are holding. The black cat back there is supposed to be, I forgot her name. I'm wanting to say Resident Midnight. That's it. Resident Midnight is supposed to be the black cat back there. Anyway, they're making fun of Toddie because Bree is saying she never got served by Toddie from Toddie's lawyer when she most certainly absolutely did. And this is not a new account, Gypsy. This is an old account. Bree has had this for a while now. Then Gypsy had the nerve to add to her stories after advertising for Bree's channel that is absolutely not new, that she posted a new video on YouTube. Stop cyberbullying. New YouTube video. Link youtube.com. And then she's got this above her head, cyberbully with a red circle and a line through it. Like saying no to cyberbullying. Gypsy, you, Gypsy, your BFF Bree, Aubrey Strawberry, Dreamer, Sheena, all of your minions, all of them, are the biggest cyberbulliers we've ever come across.
Yep.
So what in the world do you mean you made a video about stop cyberbullying? Well, how about y'all stop cyberbullying content creators and then nobody would be being bullied at all? Because we are the ones that are being bullied. In many ways. Y'all have made channels about us. Y'all have posted videos making fun of us. And hubby and I don't mean just us. We're talking about a lot of us content creators that cover Gypsy. Like we were saying, just when we thought after collecting this information we seen, Gypsy posted something in her stories, and we were thinking she must be stating something about it was a mistake, yada yada, BS. But nope, she posted something for her BFF Bree to advertise Bree's TikTok channel that Bree is trying to grow, because all of her other ones have been shut down, or most all of her other channels have been shut down due to them being reported for, guess what? Cyberbullying. And so much more. So like the girl said in the video, did Gypsy lie about the entire incident and use someone else's cosmetology license number? Did she make a fake license? Because we know her BFF Bree is pretty good on a computer, and so is her minion, Aubrey Strawberry. Like, really? They know how to make things like this. I don't know. What are y'all's thoughts, or what do y'all think about all of this? Sorry this video ran longer than we expected it to, but we really wanted y'all to see all of that and all the comments and how Gypsy had the nerve to get an attitude with people for calling her out on her own BS, and how she wants to blame it on ChatGPT, blame it on the employee, blame it on the employee again, then blame it on content creators. But never, ever is it Gypsy's fault. But y'all let us know y'all's thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. We cannot wait to see what y'all have to say about all of this. Seriously, we cannot wait. And again, if you're not already, please, please make sure you subscribe, like, share, hit the notification bell, all of the things, and we would truly appreciate it so very much. We're halfway to 4,300 subscribers, and we're trying to reach 5,000 by July, because my birthday's in July. So we're trying to reach 5,000 subscribers by then, so hopefully we do. But we're just grateful and thankful for all of you that are a part of our family and channel here, and have been and have just joined. We truly love and appreciate all of you, so thank you to all of y'all. So we hope y'all have a good night, and God bless.
Have a good night, and God bless.
Bye.
Bye.